Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ron Perea. I'm the author of Elsie and Elsa. One of the stories happened right on this spot 51 years ago. The anti-Vietnam War riot occurred right here on the center of the UNM campus. 25,000 people collected out there listening to anti-Vietnam War rhetoric. From this direction, New Mexico National Guard, fully armored and starting to shoot off tear gas as Jimi Hendrix was bouncing off the walls. Enjoy the story in my novel Elsie and Elsa. 2 weeks ago, Interstate 25 was closed by anti-war protesters, stopping the 70-mile-an-hour traffic on it. That is, until the state police, wearing riot gear, put an end to that. But not before a police shotgun went off and wounded a protester. Since, pockets of anti-war sit-ins have happened all over town. Today brings a dry summer afternoon with blue skies, but anti-war emotions are still in the air. As a result, the friendly, seductive University of New Mexico campus has become the center of these protests. Anti-war sentiment has been increasing ever since. At first, sit-ins congested along old Route 6 at Yale Park. Lightly attended but long-haired, grungy hippie bunch, war news since has grown from bad to worse, as more New Mexico boys are being killed with no end in sight. Currently, several thousand protesters are gathered at the center of the campus. All roads to there are clogged with mainstream students and general city populace. Jimi Hendrix growling an electric guitar. Music bounces off buildings and their walls that seduces people in closer. "Excuse me while I kiss the sky," which blends into his psychedelic rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. Elbow-to-elbow crowds merge around the stage where public address announcements are repeated over and over. "Nixon, get out of Vietnam today, not tomorrow. Nixon." Anger is fanned in the surrounding sea of humanity by shouting on-stage anti-war militants. Raise fists, emphasize hundreds of placards that read, "Get out of Vietnam, Nixon! Down with Nixon! Make love, not war!" Simple signs just have peace sign on them. To the south and rear of the 1,000-plus throng is the Route 66 campus that borders Yale Park. Non-participating students toss frisbees that are caught by their shirtless, long-haired friends. Other frisbees are being retrieved by four-legged friends that are jumping high into the air. Students read while sitting on the blankets laid on fresh green grass. An errant frisbee falls into the laps of a pair of students. Shirtless Freddie Arias laughingly runs up to them. "Sorry about that, folks. A little help, please." The pair tosses it back. Freddie spins it toward his friend on the far side of the park. Without warning, from the opposite north side of the campus plaza, sounds of an explosive pops echoes off the building walls towards Route 66 and Yale Park. Occupants divert their attention to the distraction before their focus is rudely redirected by lights blazing and sirens screeching. Police squads are surrounding the park. From the campus center, giant puffs of smoke move fast towards the stage as someone shouts through the microphone, "Tear gas!" From their elevated view, those on stage can see straight lines of a crowd squeezing closer and closer. The sudden rush of humanity presses against the raised stage. Someone announces, "Don't panic, people." Using a bullhorn, a voice commands people to leave the area. Everyone disperse, now, came from the National Guard. The smoke mushrooms to finally extend over everyone as the National Guard riot shields and fixed bayonets encompass the stage to force the crowd to move back. Choking people panic and drop their anti-war placards. From the stage, a coffee militant shouts, "Don't let the pigs beat you down! Stand up for your rights!" Hearing those fighting words, angry students pick up smoking tear gas canisters and lob them back at the National Guard troops. Others join in to throw back more canisters. As the crowd is forced back, people on stage start to abandon their speaker's platform. 1,000 attendees scattered away faster and faster in all directions, stomping on their once angry placards. As smoke wafts further south, suffocating, crying, retreating people reach Route 66. Along Route 66 Yale Park, frozen students watch approaching panicked crowds. Without thinking, Freddie gives extra wrist action to the frisbee and his friend as he shows it across the park to his friend Patrick, who stands across the park. The frisbee flies farther than intended. The friend runs faster to catch it, and he pays scant attention to where it is headed, unintentionally running into an approaching police officer. Both hit the ground. Hordes of panicking people are falling back out of nowhere. When he can get a clear view of his friend, Freddie sees several cops beating him with fists and batons. He runs towards them, yelling, "Stop! Stop!" From the front lines, National Guard batons are swung with maximum force at people who cannot move fast enough, forcing them to the ground. No mercy is shown, no prisoners taken. With the exits clogged, the mob is forced to back away from the smoke onto Route 66 and off the New Mexico campus. Freddie watches as the cops drag away his bloodied friend, tossing him into the back of a squad car, only to be diverted by throngs of throwing rocks and bricks into the nearby front windows. Freddie's friend screams, "Help!" So Freddie picks up a fist-sized boulder and bashes out the car's side window. After pushing away the glass, he unlocks the door and puts his friend's arm around his shoulder, pulling him out. He runs away as best as he can. A gang comes along and picks up the rock. With resentful fury, one of them tosses it into the squad car's windshield. Overwhelmed, a few police officers watch the angry hordes of people overturn their unit, which soon explodes into flames. Bleeding people fall to the ground, crying out for help, but no one nearby is available. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for sitting in with us on this episode 1 of the riots that occurred here at UNM campus in 1970. We are now going to go to episode 2 over at Roosevelt Park. So please tune in, say that you liked our video, and then please subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ron Perea. Thank you very much.